So I have built multiple ventures, like, over the last, I've been hustling for the last 9 years, and I've built startups right from clean tech to blockchain, crypto, and currently I am working in the marketing space. My venture is called Vanillakart, which is a marketing tech venture. I will give a brief probably a little later once at the end of
Yeah,
this interview.
sure.
Yeah.
And we'll also be having some questions from the audience itself if that fits into your time limits. Sure.
Yes, I think we'll keep it to 30, as I just mentioned that I'm running a little late.
Anyways, it go till that. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah. So if you ask me personally, Farheen, see, when this series of interviews started with the women entrepreneurs in the crypto sector and all, then taking interview, then interview and interview, it just literally, marked a different time kind of, sign on my brain that women's are literally doing very good. They are totally empowered and they are, hustling into the crypto sector, and they are totally fit for it, I guess. And yeah, on the same note, I just want to ask, as we are celebrating Women's Day, it's tomorrow, and I just want to wish you in advance Happy Women's Day.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my first question goes around this only, that what is the significance of Women's Day in your life and your personal perspective, in a general perspective? Like, why should we celebrate this day?
So to be, very honest, like let's understand. We celebrate Women's Day to celebrate a woman's accomplishments, right? And why women, I am actually referring to anyone who can actually identify with that term. So women bring creativity and critical services to different levels of society, right from home to office, from laboratories to boardrooms. But we see very rarely that all of these contributions are rarely appreciated, or they are minimized. So on Women's Day, we take this time, and it's a reminder for us to celebrate and appreciate all these contributions. But in my personal opinion, it's not fair to say that we have like one day where we, celebrate every woman's contributions and achievements. I think every woman's contribution achievements should be celebrated at every given point of time and every single day, right?
Yeah, I also think so personally. We can't just have one day to appreciate a particular gender. If they are
Yes,
working in a kind of sector, any kind of sector, if they are working, they are doing good. Every gender needs to get appreciated for whatever they are doing.
absolutely, absolutely. I
It's not just
100%
about
agree.
women; it's about everyone, I guess, out there. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, how did you enter the cryptocurrency industry? Basically, your short journey, your first journey.
Wow. So there is a story to this, and it's going to stretch. If I may take like 10 minutes or 15 minutes on this answer. So Tushar, I actually started my journey in 2015. And when I started my journey, honestly, I didn't know anything about finance or crypto. And it was not that evolved market in 2015.
Yeah.
Correct. So in 2015, I just graduated, and if I'm allowed to share my story, I graduated from an engineering college, and I was this kid who believed in my idea. In third year, we used to have this contest which was called Pacer Startup Challenge, and we were asked to come up with a business canvas model, and I'd won that challenge, and I was very delusional about that idea. So I had decided to do it. And once I graduated, the first person that ever came to my mind for funding was my dad. And I walked up to him and I asked him to, fund my project. I said, we're going to make billions of dollars with this. And it was supposed to be India's first art social network that I was creating. And my dad just looked at, my canvas model. Probably he just didn't understand. He was very baffled. So he looked at my face, and my dad is a very pessimistic person. So he ends up saying that, "Chupchap 9 to 5 job pakad le, this is not going to work." So I'm a very stubborn kid. So I went back to my room, and I remember just going and drawing, the entire model again. And I knew now that I had to bootstrap, because obviously nobody
Yeah.
would fund me just on the basis of the business canvas model. So what I did was I had this talent of, painting. So what I did was I started a portal which is called Canvas Mirage, and where we would sell art prints. So after almost 2 months later, nothing happened. There were no sales on the portal at all, and I was getting more and more dependent on my parents. So at that point of time, I decided to take a little unconventional step. So I knew that if nothing works in our country, anything works in the name of God, and I knew that God was the biggest market. So I decided to sell God prints door to door. Now I'm a software engineer, and I decided to go door to door and sell these God prints. I did make some money, and my parents learned about it. My dad calls me and he's like, what the hell are you doing? Hello? Hello? Did you lose me in between? Hello? Tushar, am I audible? Hi, Tushar, am I audible now? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Am I audible?
Yeah, now am I audible? Yes, you are audible. Yes, yes.
I'm so sorry. I think you lost me at
When you were telling me that the business canvas model didn't work
yes,
at the first time
it didn't work.
in front of
Yes.
your dad, then last.
Yes, yes. So I decided to take a little unconventional path. I had to bootstrap, obviously, and I knew nobody was going to fund me on my business canvas model. So I started selling something called as God prints door to door. And I knew that God was the biggest market. So obviously, I mean, I didn't have any other path to take. Like, I knew no incubators would fund me or just on the basis of business canvas model. We are not in Silicon Valley. So I went door to door selling these prints. I did make some money, but my parents learned about it. They were super embarrassed. They got back to me and they were like, what are you doing? You're a software engineer. We didn't educate you to go and, sell prints door to door. So I was very adamant. I really wanted to do my idea. So I told them that since you're not giving me money, I think, I have to follow this unconventional path. So my dad gave me some money. And let me tell you, I do come from a very middle class, very humble background. So my dad gave me some money, and obviously it was not enough to build the product. So I went to this software developer and I gave him this, I gave him my business canvas model. And I told him that I want to build this art social network. And he gave me a big quote. Apparently, I didn't have so much of money, so I gave him whatever I could, and I told him, "You can take some stakes in my company. I'll shell out some equity." So almost 6 months passed. He didn't give me the product. I ran into a massive problem with him, and apparently, post that, I went into a massive fight with him. So we went our own path, and then after that, I decided to build this entire platform on my own. Now, I was someone who never knew coding, so I decided to sit and learn coding through YouTube. I went on YouTube, I learned coding, and I built one of India's first social network, which was called Brushflicks. So I wanted to replicate a model like just like Facebook. And, I was very delusional about my idea. And I was thinking that, it's going to get a lot of traction. I'm going to get a lot of traction. I'm going to make billions of dollars with it. But I was very naive as I just started off, and somehow that idea just didn't work. It failed. After a month, I didn't have much traction. But then I had another idea that came to my mind at that time. So I decided to pivot at that point of time. And luckily at that time, I had a mentor who actually advised me that you should pivot. You shouldn't be sticking up to something that is not working, right? So just pivot. If this is not working right now, go ahead and try something else. So I had some other idea, but it was into manufacturing. It was into clean tech. Now, that was a product where I was manufacturing acrylic packaging boxes from thrown out plastic waste with some IoT integrated technology. Now, this was right after this idea. Obviously, again, I was broke and I didn't have money to start with. So I decided to bootstrap again. So it was the summer season and it was the season of mangoes. So cutting the long story short, I decided to sell mangoes and, raise funds and then build the startup. So in 2017, I came up with a prototype for this product and I showed it to my mentor and he was very impressed. And he told me, he said, I think you should go ahead and pitch this idea. There used to be a startup contest in our Goa. It was a state level contest. It was called CM Startup Challenge. So I went and I pitched in it and we had 50 leading startups that had come in and I ended up winning that contest. And what happened post that was like in the past 3 years, of my struggle where no investors were willing to invest in my idea. Now I had 13 investors who actually walked in the next 2 months time. And these were marquee investors. And we had acquisition offers that's close to $1 million at that in 2017. So we ended up raising 2 big rounds of fund. And in 2018, somehow I decided to pivot because crypto was actually gaining a huge momentum back then in 2018. And that was the time I realized that I'm a person who loves to stay updated. I'm always updated about what's happening around in the technology sector. So I was reading up a lot about crypto, and so I decided to understand how crypto works. And besides that, I was also studying forex market and crypto market and also the binary options market. So I started understanding how the charts work, and almost a year of paper trading it took me. And then I released 2 books post that. One was called Trading with Japanese Candlestick, and the other one was called The Rise of Decentralized Finance. And post that, in 2019, I launched a product which was called Bitcoin Hedge. It was one of the token was actually listed on BuyUcoin. So it was a product. Yeah, it was one of the world's first zero loss Bitcoin hedging platform. And we launched our own token. So this is how my crypto journey started from 2019. And just 7 months back, I marked my exit because I wanted to work on a very different model. And I decided to start Vanillakart, which happens to be a marketing tech platform where we build SaaS-based products, okay, which cater to different, it helps brands to build their visibility and it helps them to reach out to many people and hence convert a lot of leads. So this product was started like 6 months back. Today we are 1,800 customers big. We work with very big fintech brand as well as a couple of Tina Ambani's brands. So in the next 2 months time, we are actually launching one of the world's first decentralized marketing utility token on our platform that will be used as an entry and exit to our platform. And it will be listed on BuyUcoin itself. So I think all the people can stay updated about this token on our platform. We'll be posting all the updates every day. Yeah. So this was about my journey, about how I entered into crypto, and yeah. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. I think there is a bit of network issue. Please bear with me. Yeah.
No problem. No problem. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. So I guess in short and crisp, if in short, am I audible to you?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
if I have understood a little bit of your journey, then I can just paraphrase or just summarize it in one line that I say that you are totally a self-made person. And secondly, what I understood from your till now journey is like starting with an
Hello.
which you think is the right time to exit is very important for any business. If you think so, if you want to grow, do you agree with the same thing?
I almost lost you, Tushar. Could you just repeat?
Yeah. So I see. I was saying that firstly, I believe you are totally a self-made person.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. And secondly, I was saying that what I understood is like exiting at the right
Right
time
time
from
is
something
it's very
is
important.
very important.
Knowing
Yeah.
when to pivot, knowing
Yeah.
when to pivot is the right time.
Exactly. So that is something that I learned today from you.
Correct. So this was an advice which was given to me by one of my mentors, and I think it was the most amazing advice that I've ever received. So I had this mentor from IIM Bangalore who whenever I would have any new idea that would come to my head, I would just walk up to him and I would be like, "Sir, there's this idea. What do you think about it?" And he would validate it for me. And in my case, he was the visionary for my products. That every product that I've built, he was actually the visionary. As an entrepreneur, in a startup, we all have these three kind of people, right? We have the visionary, the hacker, and the hustler. The visionary is the guy who has a vision for the company. The hacker is someone who is more technical. He looks at
Yeah.
the back end. And then there is the hustler, who's massively the person who can communicate the product.
Yeah.
So in my case, like, he was the visionary for me, and I was acting as the hacker and the hustler.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, have you ever made to feel like finance and finance and women are two both different incomparable things? Have you ever made to feel like that?
No, I'm glad that I was never a part of a circle where I was made to feel that way. I've always flocked, or fortunately been a part of a circle who have always empowered women. Like, they've always appreciated, and I've never made to feel so. But I'm also aware that I know of a lot of women who have made they've come up and they've told me that they were made to feel the same.
Same thing. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why this was the question in the list. Yeah. So your favorite cryptocurrency and why?
My favorite cryptocurrency, oh my God,
Yeah.
has to be
Before you
Bitcoin,
answer
right?
this,
I
let
mean,
me
it's
just
the
put
king
a
of all the coins,
no, just
volatile.
because
So I'll tell you something. I believe I'm a gambler. I honestly don't believe there are people called as traders. I call traders as gamblers. So Bitcoin is a very volatile cryptocurrency. So it has to be my favorite cryptocurrency. I mean, the king of all the currencies, right?
okay.
I'm
So
allowed to say my own token.
yeah, I was just putting a disclaimer before you announced your favorite cryptocurrency for the viewers that she is not, giving any financial advice to put, trade or invest in any kind of cryptocurrency. So
Yeah,
don't just
yeah.
blame us on any of the losses and don't even credit us for any profits or even. So yeah. Okay, so this was the only reason that why you like Bitcoin, because it is the king of all cryptocurrencies, or there anything else?
Yeah,
There is
as I
anything
said, I'm a
else?
gambler, I mean, volatility excites me. So, I mean, as I said, there's nothing called as traders. We're all gamblers. So, I mean, Bitcoin has to be my favorite cryptocurrency all time.
Okay, so Farheen, why it's like how important is this in your perspective for women to invest in cryptocurrencies or NFT or metaverse or anything else like this?
I think it's very important for every woman to invest in crypto. Um, I mean, I have been a lead speaker with the State Innovation Council, and I get the opportunity to actually go and interact with many institutes, okay, which, I mean, there's a mixed batch of male and female
Yeah,
as well, and as there are also female-driven institutes as well. So, it's very sad to see that, there is very less awareness also among in the universities, and even when it comes to female driven universities also. I mean, these are the things I think this should be actually taught in institutes as well. So we have actually started this initiative with many institutes, at Vanillakart. We have this small program where we actually educate institutes and females as well as males, like about investing in crypto, and what is blockchain, at least understand the basics of it. So, I
yeah.
mean, not just for males, I mean, it's also important for females to invest in crypto. And I do also know of a lot of females who are very avid and very, big investors in crypto. And these women actually hail from villages. Like, I mean, I think I've introduced a couple of females to BuyUcoin itself, like, who were, these women actually came from the countrysides, but they actually did have good idea about it. But yes, the literacy rate when it comes to just crypto in India is very less.
Very less, correct. It's very less. Yeah, adding on to the same question, I want to know why women are better crypto investors.
Well, there's a very, what you call it, like very stereotype around, this thing that I've faced all throughout my life. Okay. And I have built several ventures, and I've had male co-founders also. And there are many people who have told this to me that, women, I've heard this from my own investors. Okay. They say that women are emotional thinkers, so they are less decisive as compared to men. But I don't think that's the case, because I feel, I mean, see, many women might think a little different from men because of their personal or professional predicament or circumstances or experiences. Okay, but this is not a flaw in any business, but this is, if anything, it's an advantage. Okay, as see, uh, as women, like, we bring a lot to the table, like, there
Yeah,
not just experience, and I mean, unique ideas and perspectives, right? So I think women are good investors, like, but I know that a lot of people have this stereotype and they believe in it, that women are less decisive as compared to men, just because they are emotional thinkers.
I think they are more cautious. That's why they are good in investing.
Yes, I
They are
I
quicker.
100% agree.
Yeah,
But I
they're
don't
more
think it
cautious.
applies to every woman, but it wouldn't apply to me. I'm not, as I said, I'm a risk taker.
Yeah, you like volatility, you just said.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Any three women, any global personality, anyone who just inspired you all through this journey, throughout this journey.
Why just, why just one year? I mean, there are so many women. I mean, this is a very difficult question.
I
If I
said
just try to
three. I
brainstorm,
said three. Three.
okay, chalo, why just three? I heard one.
I,
So why just three also? I mean, there are so many women that we can actually think of. Even if I try to brainstorm, right? I mean, I can, I can see my list expanding and not shrinking. So one woman that I think I'm very, very inspired of, like, is Oprah Winfrey, because of all the good that
yeah.
she's done to the world. Okay. And we all know the odds that she's fought against. Like, I mean, the childhood that she had, and And she has an extensive career, 20 years into the media entertainment industry. So the first one has to be Oprah Winfrey. Second one, has to be Condoleezza Rice. I think she is a very, very, very smart woman. And she, I think she did navigate, ambly to onto many, male-dominated grounds. And the third one has to be. I really like Amal Clooney as well. I've been a big fan of Amal Clooney. I'm sure you've heard of her as well. Another one that I think I would like to mention is Golda Meir, the fourth Prime Minister of Israel. So I think she also, because of the kind of circumstances that she was in, and it's not easy to be a female Prime Minister of that country. Yes, so these are the four women that I'd really admire, and I would like to. It would be like the girls' night in. I'd really like to pick on their brains and sit with a glass of wine and chat up.
I definitely see you increasing the list if I don't ask another question.
Yes.
So, okay. Yeah, it's a question, like it's a belief. It's not just a question, it's a belief. Like crypto can, close the financial gender gap. How do you see this?
Yes, as I think I did speak about, like, how I have seen females also investing in crypto in India also, like, people who are coming from village, are actually investing in crypto, like, and these are women who are actually, I'm not even kidding. I've, these are farmers that I've come across, female farmers, who are actually talking crypto. And when she was talking crypto, I could literally tell she knew depths, like she was really, really into it. And she plays on volumes, like she was doing $100,000, like, worth investments. And it's pretty insane. So of course it can close the gender gap, like, and now that it's I mean, everybody is, has their eye focused on, like investing in crypto, like, now that it's on a rise, every second person that I meet is really waiting to invest in crypto, or either they've already invested in crypto.
So any piece of advice that you want to give to initial investors, female investors? Yeah.
Initial female investors in crypto.
Yeah, initial female investors that are on the very, very initial stage of investing.
I think, invest wisely and read a lot. I think it's not very difficult to actually invest, in crypto and make profits. I don't think it's that difficult. If you can actually read the utility, if you're investing in a token, you can read the utility, you can read the white paper. I think the reason a lot of investors, they haphazardly, when there is a news, like, they'll, if someone just comes up and tells you that, you should invest in this, they will haphazardly, like a headless chicken, just invest into that particular asset without even having and reading the white paper, or without even reading about that particular token or the coin, right? So the first thing that you need to do is just read the white paper, or at least go and today on YouTube, you can see ample amount of videos by influencers, right? And you can go and look up to these, you can go and read about crypto first, and the token that you want to invest in. Also look at these videos, and then probably make a decision to invest.
And yeah, adding on to
Small
that,
investment, like maybe just say $100, I always tell people, there used to be a lot of clients who would want to invest money with me when it comes to binary options or even forex and crypto. I used to always tell them that invest the amount that you can afford to lose. Okay. I mean, I have seen people, I'm not even kidding, Tushar. I've seen people who actually take loans to invest. And it's just because, they are so overwhelmed because of how that people, everybody's investing in crypto, everybody's investing in Bitcoin, it's going up, I think even I should invest.
The FOMO basically.
FOMO, exactly, the fear of missing out. So in that whole process, they end up just investing in wrong coins and tokens, and they end up losing money. And I've seen many of my friends lose out money, and I always tell them when they call up and they say like, which is the token or coin to invest? I said, just go and read up about, there are so many cryptocurrencies, there's so many decentralized tokens that you can actually invest in. You can go and read up about it, see their graph, see how they have increased, because, I mean, you also will agree that in crypto, there are a lot of frauds also that happen. Okay,
Yes,
so I
yes,
mean, you have to also be aware of that. So don't fall for any scam, but rather just do your study well. If you study well and understand the logic, right, nobody can scam you. I myself have fallen for a lot of scams, like, being so educated and crypto savvy, I've still, fallen for scams. So, I mean, it's best when you actually read up about it and educate yourself, and then go ahead and, like, invest in it.
and yeah, viewers, Farheen and BuyUcoin is doing something with together, I guess. So I would like Farheen
Wow.
to talk about that also a bit before going.
Sorry. The,
Yeah,
you're talking about
you told me, you told me
decentralized token,
you
correct?
you told me
So
something about listing and all. Yeah.
yes. So as I was talking about the decentralized tokens, so the whole idea of decentralization was talked about in the year 2008 in the Bitcoin white paper. But ever since then, there were so many developments that came in the crypto space and at such a speed that all of these philosophies got plagued very easily, right? So, look at the irony, the fact that cryptocurrencies that was actually, that was, the Bitcoin that was actually talking about decentralization of this economic system. Today, it is being traded in all the centralized exchanges, right? So, I know that BuyUcoin has been also, I think you all are also going decentralized, correct? So, yeah, so I mean, fortunately, the paradigm is shifting and the new paradigm is emerging, and everybody has their eye focused on building DeFi-based products and tokens. And similarly, we are also coming up with a decentralized utility token, okay, on our platform, which will be launched very soon. In another 4 weeks' time, we'll be launching it through BuyUcoin, and people can go and buy these tokens, and there will be a lot of leverage, and we will keep you guys updated about what will be that leverage, when people can use this token as an entry and exit to our platform. So it'll be launched somewhere in April, and the dates will be given on our portal. So I think people can just, if they're interested, they can go onto the portal and actually look at the dates.
Yeah. Thank you, Farheen, for the
Yeah.
announcement. Yeah, and I guess you made many points clear to our audience as well as me. I learned a lot in this session. And before going, any kind of advice, any kind of any last words, any take on who are listening to you right now?
So I mean, this is specifically for people who are just starting up their careers. I'd like to give two small piece of advice. Okay, I mean, I was given this advice, many years back, as I said, by my professor, that be ready to pivot, okay, at the right time, as I was talking about it, Tushar. So startup is a very competitive market, and by the time, say, your project or your product may be like, perfectly fine, but when you're about to launch it, there are certain variables that might change, so you have to,
Yes.
take inputs from your beta users, and try, and you have to be ready to pivot at the right time. And even if it's not working, then move on to another idea, and just don't stick there and be adamant that this is going to work and I'm going to make this work. You won't believe, Tushar, when I started my journey, I had many fellow entrepreneurs who were doing a certain idea, and they were so adamant and emotionally attached. They say that blind love is very dangerous, and it applies to business as well. So you can't be emotionally attached to your
Yeah.
idea, and if it's just not working, then just pivot and go and move on to something else. This is very, very important. Okay. And also you have to be ready to spot growth opportunities, when they present themselves. And these are key learning opportunities. And you would know it because they make you uncomfortable, and your immediate impulse will be that I'm not ready for it. But growth and comfort cannot coexist, right? So
Yeah,
these are two
correct.
important things that anybody who is just starting up, they should know about. Yeah.
So thank you, Farheen. Thank you so much for all
Absolutely.
this. And it was a nice session. And I
Thank
hope
you.
our viewers liked it very much. And yeah, thank you for coming, and a happy
Thank
Women's
you.
Day to you
Thank you for
just
having me.
tomorrow. Celebrate it at full throttle.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
See ya.
See you.